Welcome back to Sub-Zero Hero. 2 games to go. We've already got promotion in the bag. How good is that? We've taken a team from the bottom of Norwegian football to the top. Only recruiting using our youth intakes, but we're hungry for more, aren't we? If we could get a couple of victories, you never know. We might be crowned champions. Let's get into the games. So let's just see what we're up against. Little reminder, this is not all in our hands, even if we win both of our remaining games. We're relying on Arlesson doing us a little bit of a favour and slipping up in one of their remaining 2 fixtures. They're on a pretty decent run of form themselves. They've got 5 wins on the bounce now, and we've got problems with our team. We're going to be without both of our first choice central defenders today. Asali Hansen will be suspended after his needless sending off in the last game. And Lars Ole Idoi Hansen is also going to be suspended because of the number of bookings that he has notched up. Better season for him, by the way, this year. His first season where he's clocked an average rating of above 7. So that's pretty useful. So what are we going to be doing with our defence today? Well, we're going to be bringing in as right back Hugo Nurum Danielsson. Still unambitious. Determination up from 4 to 5. Training pretty well, so his mentoring group must be helping his professionalism. He's not played an awful lot of first team football, as I've been chasing promotion rather than blooding him as our right back. But bringing him into the team means that we can move Nessa over to centre half, where he's more than comfortable. If anything, it's probably his natural position, but at 5'10", he's a little bit vulnerable in the air. And we're going to be bringing in young Trond Agner Bratton to play alongside him. He is good in the air. Not his best season training-wise, although the coaches still think that he's got bags of potential. And we've continued to give him game time here and there. We have made one other little tweak. We're going to have 3 new faces in the back line. Poor old little Hugo Riding, not been playing too well of late. So we're bringing Kristoffersen up from left back over onto the left wing, hoping that his pace might make us a little bit more threatening than we looked in the last game. And gorgeous Georges Luelago is going to be there over at left back. He's not trained too bad this season. Not spectacular, but he's been involved in plenty of games. He's got 15 appearances under his belt. He's going to get another one today. Game 1, possibly of 2. Let's get out there and see how we do. Okay, we're underway, and the team we are playing today in all white are Uegarden, who are down there in 14th place in the table. Out of the 2 games we've got remaining, well, this is the game that's against the lower ranked team. Our last game of the season is going to be against a team called Arendal, who are currently in 4th place in the league. So, well, they are going to be potentially still battling it out for a playoff position. So that's a much tougher game on paper. Although you know in FM21, how tough a game is on paper rarely counts for anything. We've also got Arlesson that we've got to keep an eye on today as well. They've got a slightly easier game today than they're going to have on the last day of the season too. So it's all pretty even, and we need to win both these games really and hope that they're going to slip up in one of them. And we've got ourselves the perfect start in the 4th minute. Hugo has sent a pretty nice ball through there, hasn't he? And Jonas Hartvigsen keeps up his end of season form. Couldn't hit a barn door earlier in the season. But now Hugo sent him through. I think their goal is going to be a little bit disappointing with his positioning, but I don't care about that. We are 1-0 up, and we're going to pause the game. And let's just check in. So, we're looking for Arlesson there. They're playing Levanger at home. 0-0 at the moment, still the early stages. We're going to be keeping an eye on that game, see how they do. Highlights again. Kristoffersen up to the left wing today. I think that's little Tiddly Gerser, who's got another header. He's a threat in the air for a little tiddler. And he's hit the bar with it. 10 minutes. Highlights again. We made a really decent start. Look at both of our front men. Already above 7s. But you know that we are vulnerable at the back, especially with both of our centre-halves missing, and we've got defending to do. They've run the entire length of the half-cross field there, and we've not closed them down. And now they've got the ball into our box. Bratton, well, that's pretty cool and composed. 17 years old. Nodded it back to Pedersen, himself still only 18. And now we've got Christopherson in, and it's little Jonas. Oh my goodness, he's back, isn't he? Remember, this is a guy that when he was 15 years old, about 4 seasons ago, scored 60 goals for our youth team in a season. He's never really shown anything like that kind of form at a senior level, but he's come good for us at the end of the season. He's tucked that one away with aplomb. We're 2-0 up, there's only 10 on the clock, and we're even going to pause the game, and we're going to throw out a praise, because that is a good start. Still 0-0 in that Arlesund game. That stays that way, that'll be a delight. You can see we're back top of the table as things stand. With our win and their draw, we'll be a point clear going into the last day of the season. That will do for us. Any result today that puts it in our own hands on the last day of the season is going to be fabulous. And Jonas Hartvigsson has bagged a 20-minute hat-trick. It's almost like the pressure of promotion is out of the way and the shackles are off. We've had a few nervy performances in the last few games, including that defeat that we had. But now, 3-0 up. We're looking good for a point in this game, I would say. I keep twitching over to that Arlesund game as well. I'd love to see a Levanger goal go in. That would be a great little tonic. Where are we now? 33 minutes. Playing really well. 10 shots, 8 on target. We've restricted our opponents to just 1, but we've seen Arlesund have taken the lead. Dior has gone and scored. Okay, well that means as things stand it will be going to the final day of the season. We'll have a quick word with the boys. We'll send them out for the second half. Fingers crossed Levanger can do something in their game. And we're in again. Second half's just kicked off. Hartvigsson has hit the post in the first minute of the second half. What a whirlwind start that would have been. Hartvigsson seems to have got the bit between his teeth now, hasn't he? And now we're into the corners. Emper's up. Played well this season, Emper. There's been lots of press speculation about whether he's winning Young Player of the Season. He has had what I would describe as his breakthrough campaign. It's going to be tough for him. Making the step up next season. It's going to be tough for all our boys, I think, making the step up. Just a reminder, though, we won't be losing Dusan Ibsen for our Premier League debut next season. We've got his loan for another season. And I've also extended the loan of Mats Naser for another season as well. That could cost us money because he's due, if he plays 10 games for Rosenborg, who he's moved to, we'd get another £200,000. But I'm thinking for our debut season in the Premier Division, the first time Tromsdalen have played at that level, according to the press, I'm thinking it's more important we have as many good players at the club as we can, rather than having an extra £200,000 in the bank balance. What a start we've made to this second half, by the way. Hartvigsson has been sent through by Emper again, by the looks of it. And he is just a deadly marksman this afternoon, isn't he? 4 goals. He has played incredibly well. As have most of the team, apart from Noram Danielsson, the guy we're trialling out at right back. And old Andre Gerser's not had a stunning end to the season, has he? And he's pulling a 6.8 today. Can he improve in the final stages of the game? It's good to see Georges. He's perhaps another player who's not played that well. He's down in the 6s as well. Good to see him on the ball, though. Maybe we could get him an assist in the final stages of this game. Help improve his performance. We're coming forward. Here is Gerser. What's he got? He's let fly. It's on his left. And that one's gone wide. Not a bad little stretch of play so far, is it? We've come out, got another goal, 4-0. We need to start checking the other results, though, don't we? As Emper wins the ball back for us. That's not the highlight, is it? They've cleared it through. Soon as this highlight's done, we need to check the Arlesund game against Levanger. We need to check the table. An equaliser in that game. A 2-goal comeback for Levanger. It would be magical scenes here. I'm guessing this is going to be our final home game of the season. I haven't checked. I'm assuming we're going to be away on the last day. And as things stand, we're going to have it all to do. Because we're still going to be a point behind, finishing first place in the season. Gerser's gone through. He's had another go. He's wasting everybody's time this afternoon, I think, isn't he? Okay, let's get on the pause. Where are we? They're still at 1-0. Okay, let's change this and just have a little look at the league table then. So we're going to be on 62. They're going to be on 63. Ooh, we're still going to have it all to do. Maybe Levanger could do us a favour. Maybe they could come back. Let's pause it. Let's make sure we keep fresh legs for what looks like it could be an important final game. Gerser has been disappointing. What other changes have we got that we can make? Noram Danielson has also been disappointing, so Nessa can go back over to right back. And Simon Sunder, remember him? Model citizen. This is going to be his first appearance in 2 years. We'll leave it there for now. Freshens things up a little bit. And then we're going into the last 15 minutes of the game, and Arleson have now gone 2-0 up, so that one is done and dusted. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on the last day of the season. And oh no, it's going to happen without Christofferson, who's played well today, but has now gone and picked up an injury. So we'll have to bring on our other Hugo Riding. And that's a blow. Hopefully that's no more than a knock. Because otherwise it's been an afternoon of good work for us. 4-0. Hartfixon. Absolutely superb. And do you know what? He struck the bar in injury time and could have had a fifth. Do you know what? Riding could probably have tucked that rebound away as well. I thought we might have won a penalty late on as well, but I think this is the end of game highlight. And now our attention's turned to the final day of the season. We're going to have, well, at least one of our centre-halves back. Possibly both. And we're going to have to produce something on the last day and hope that Arleson slip up. We're playing this game out now. Doosan Ibsen has won us a free kick. I guess he's going to be the man that takes it. And he's bent one in on target. I'm not sure it's worth showing us as a highlight. We've got more pressing business now, haven't we? Parade around the stadium. Hartfixon gets a 10 rating. But it doesn't help us out at the top of the league. We're going to say that was a good win. But we've got work to do now, haven't we? We're a point behind. We're going to go straight into that last game. And we're going to pray that we can overturn Arleson and maybe see our boys lift another trophy. Here we go then, final game of the season. And we're all Ranheim fans for the day. That's who Arleson are travelling to. Ranheim are in fourth, so a decent side, but level on points with Arendal, who we're playing. 2 tricky away games for both of us today. We're hoping that Ranheim can do us the favour and we can do our part against Arendal. If we're going to beat them, we're going to be doing it without Christofferson. The injury he got in that last game's a bad one. We've sent him to the specialist. He's out for 3 months. That means Hugo Riding's going to come in and play over on the left wing, and we're going to be keeping Gorgeous George over there at left back. Didn't have the best start to the game, but he ended it with a rating of 7.3. So that's encouraging at least. And we're going to hope that our mate Jonas' brother Hartfixon can carry on the form that he showed in the last game. It's cross your fingers time. Time for a good team talk too. We'll see you for the kickoff. Okay, we are underway. We are lining up against Arendal. They're in white. We're away from home. And we're keeping an eye on that all-important Arleson game. And they've taken the lead early. Call it all off. Forget the fanfare. Forget the ideas of lifting the trophy. 2 minutes into the game and we are in all kinds of difficulties. And while Arleson are on such a good run of form, they're unlikely to throw that one away, are they? So this could just be a procession, I'm afraid. Felled after just 2 minutes. Well, we still got to go and do our bit anyway. You never know. Ranheim could get themselves back into that game. It's looking unlikely. And we've not made the strongest start ourselves, have we? We are up against a pretty good team, I suppose. But they have definitely started the stronger. We've got the ball with little Doosan Ibsen now, though. He's only a little one and he's prodded it through to Hartvigsson. He finished well in the last game. Goodness me. He's lashed home another one. Don't touch him. The guy's on fire. Wow, what a finish that was. Doosan Dibson recovers the ball, breaks forward. Wasn't a particularly good through ball, but Hartvigsson made the most of it. And he's bamboozled their keeper with that finish. Okay, well, at least that means that so far we are doing our bit. We now need a result from the other game. We need a stroke of luck. We need a Ranheim equaliser. Then it really is game on. We've got possession of the ball as well. Adoy Hansen. Little Hugo Riding. Oh, the two youngsters have combined. He's in again, you know. The guy cannot miss at the moment. Goodness me. WADA are going to be testing him rigorously after the game, because he has now scored 6 in what? 108 minutes of football? Goodness me. We've seen this guy put in huge performances at the end of seasons before. I remember him scoring 6 in a game. And he's done exactly the same again. We've only had 2 shots. He's tucked them both away. Still 1-0 in that other game. The longer it stays still 1-0, you never know. We can dream. As long as they don't run away with it, Ranheim could get a 93rd minute equaliser. And we are trundling our way towards half-time. Highlights again. 2-0 against Arendal in the first half. That's a good result, even though we might not have played great. That is as good a result as you could ask for. And little Hugo's in on the act now. It's like the pressure's off. The boys are doing their bit. Hemper skates over to the away fans, both of them. Gives them a little salute. What's this? He pings the ball out to Gerser. Gerser again, 5'8", winning his headers. And the keeper spent most of his game on this knees. He may well throw his hands in the air. He is having a shocker of an afternoon. Okay, we're at half-time. We're doing our bit, but the other result is not going for us. We're going to send the boys out there. I think we've got our bit of the bargain done. We are just praying that Ranheim can do their bit. Okay, we are back underway. Just keep your eye on that score. Keep your eye on that table. Yell at me if I miss a goal. Just 1 goal now will do it. If Ranheim can just snag a penalty, a scruffy own goal, anything, then we are going to be champions of Norway's first division. How disappointed am I going to be if we don't do it? Not too disappointed, if I'm honest. I think we've done incredibly well just to get promoted. Remember, we showed you the media odds at the start of the season. We were meant to finish 10th, not even in a playoff place. And I think we've done pretty well this campaign. We're ending it with 10 men. Is that going to mean that Hugo is going to be suspended at the start of next season? I think it is, you know. Okay, we're going to have to sort this mess out. And then we're going to get back to the game. All right, not ideal that by Hugo. We've gone to a 4-4-1. We've also used the opportunity to take Hugo Riding off. Not another good performance for him, I'm afraid. Means we've brought Schörnerson on over on the left wing. We've also dropped our mentality down to balance, seeing as we're down to 10 men now. And we've got a little bit of defending to do. We've hacked it away. I think we've got some more defending to do as well. Hartvigsson ploughing a lone furrow up front. We've also changed his role. He's a deep lying forward on attack now, as we've lost Hugo as his strike partner. And good, Mats Nacer's getting in on the act now. Chopping somebody down. I don't know how many penalties we've given away this season. And our mate Pedersen decided just to watch that one. Could have dived. Could have dived the wrong way even, but motionless. Motionless. Absolutely motionless. All he can muster is just closing his legs. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're pausing. We're pausing. Look at this. There's an otter on the scene. Otterson has equalised. We're back top of the table. All right, now we're making sure we don't throw away a 3-1 lead. I think I'm going to tweak the defensive line a little bit. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, we've got 20 minutes to go. I wish we weren't up against such a good team. And oh, we're pausing again. That didn't last for long, did it, old Lankoff Derby? Oh, he's put them back into the lead. Now we're looking for Ranheim to come back a second time. It's unlikely to happen a second time, isn't it? And we're under the cosh as well. Pedersen's died for that one. This game's not on TV. I'm not sure why he did that. Just play it to your fullbacks, Pedersen. Don't boot it long. We'll be defending again. That's the ball. Georges. All right, Georges. Give it back to the keeper. He's just busy looking gorgeous there, isn't he, Georges? Look at us. Cultured play. Tempo's nice and low. So's the passing. The boys are just playing it around. We're building our way up the pitch. Hartviksen, Schönerson, use your pace, son. Go on, win us a corner. Kill a bit more time. Or give them the ball back and make us do some defending. All right. Gone past our centre-half like he's not there. Where's gorgeous Georges? He's out of position. Oh, and they fired one over the bar. 9 minutes remaining. Oh, it's 3-1 now. Okay, call it all off. Ekram has scored for them now, and it was a brave effort. For a minute there it was on. We've won the game. I thought we might be in when Ranheim equalised. It's not to be, I'm afraid. I feel like Arlesson just were relentless in that end of season form. They've gone and won, their last 7 games straight. 21 points on the bounce. And what's the game that cost us? It was where we lost a game needlessly, poorly, against a team that were in mid-table. That's the one that's done for us in the end. All right, well, look, let's take the positives. We have got our little Tromsdalen team into the Premier Division. We've done it using nothing but youngsters. We glance down and see that we've got the second and third top scorer in the division. We've got the highest and the third highest average rating. We've got Hugo chipping in with 11 assists. We've got the goalkeeper that's kept the second most clean sheets. We've got new training facilities for our youngsters on the way. We're improving our junior coaching. We've still got some money in the bank balance. We've got our 2 players that we've transferred out of the club back on loan for next season. And we've also got a new youth intake coming through. And it's one that could be exciting. Seeing as this is a youth development save, it's probably quite apt to finish by looking at next season's youth prospects. Doesn't look too bad to me. Plenty of wingers coming through. One of our centre-backs looks promising. We could do with one that's pacey and commanding. A fine prospect as a forward. We could do with a striker for when Hartviksen is out of form. A good Norwegian central defender. An excellent group of players coming through overall. I think that's one heck of a season. And I think next season is going to be exciting too. Hopefully you'll come and join us for it, because we are starting to make some progress now in Sub-Zero Hero.